Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As we do every year, police this year will be launching a significant operation to ensure that this year's New Year's Eve celebrations are safe, particularly COVID safe, and as enjoyable as possible for everyone. So police for some time now have been working with stakeholders, landholders and other government agencies, including local government, to develop plans to ensure that this year's New Year's Eve goes as safely and as enjoyable as it possibly can. You will see large numbers of police officers out and about in uniform and from specialist commands patrolling the greater metropolitan area like we always would during every other New Year's Eve celebration to date. So officers will be out and about in commands across the metropolitan area. I just want to re-emphasise that. Of course, the Sydney CBD area will be different this year. The two zones that have been declared will be policed by police officers. If you don't have a New Year's Eve pass, do not go and try and get into the green zone. Police officers will be equipped with powers under the health order to move people on should they be congregating in numbers that are unsafe. But I must stress, we need the community to abide by the current health orders, particularly in relation to public gatherings and household gatherings. Now, in terms of the operation itself, the operation will be run from the Police Operations Centre alongside the Government Coordination Centre in Surrey Hills. It will be coordinated as a statewide operation. We have resources that have been reallocated back out to regional areas and greater metropolitan areas to provide a flexible response, and we are confident that we can deal with anything that arises. At this point, and I have to say it, any antisocial behaviour or inappropriate behaviour will be dealt with like we normally would on a New Year's Eve operation itself. So again, I'm asking people to use common sense, understand the current health orders. Do not come into the city unless you have to, unless you have a New Year's Eve pass, and restrict your movements. But the operation itself will be a flexible one. We'll be able to move resources around to deal with anything that should arise.